So today is Monday, September 14th, just a vlog here. Curtis is coming by, or he's here. He's going to help me plant one or two more fall plots. Forecast isn't that great, but we do get pop-up showers now, and I'm going to get a food plot for update for the other plots, because the other ones are still looking pretty good even though it's been dry. These are the beans here. Surprisingly though, all the beans have pods on them, you know, only a few, but I'll get you some close-ups. So this is the south end of our property where I killed a mature 8-pointer like a couple of years ago. So I got the tiller on today. I've already chisel plowed this area, so it should be nice and loose. This is the worst spot. You see how it's really looks like it's bone dry? Well, that's because it is. Because these big oaks here on the edge, they suck all the moisture off the edge of this field. And that's why the beans ain't doing that great here either. So here's the spot I'm going to start tilling. I got that bale blind. I never moved it from 2 years ago, I think. Look at that, I'm getting smoked out. That's how, it's just like powder. Yeah, if you didn't know any better, you'd think this is sand, but it's not. It's pure clay, just pure dust bowl. But you know, you got to do what you got to do in the time you got. So we're gonna plant this one heavy with the 4-grain and winter wheat, and I'm gonna run into this little tiny microplot on the ridge and try and till it up. Right, here's that tiny microplot that I made on a rock ridge here. If you're newer to the channel, that was an excellent project. I'll put some links down below for that one, because this was all just a rock ridge. You see how it knocks off? This is all a rock ridge here. All right, that's another little double or triple oak there. I'm gonna try and get this whole thing right here is all rock, and I pulled some trees out with the excavator and I hauled in some dirt. I tilled it really slow, low RPM, just in case I'm still hitting rock, but it's just going to be a nice little clover plot. It's very strategic. Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit of a look back here from that very stand that I'm showing you right now. From like this buck here, he's in the food plot that me and Curtis just did. And then I'm going to veer over to the left, and you're going to see the tiny micro plot, which used to be a clover plot, and that's why we're replanting it. So this is over the last couple of years, this exact spot. I like taking a look back so you can see the exact same spot that we're working on right at that moment. I got bedding down here, I got downhill that way, I got downhill that way. For thermals, I got a stand right up there. So it's just something to add to the arsenal. I thought something looked funny here. This quick attach, something happened here with this. This is spring loaded. See that one there? It ain't coming out, it's stuck. I tried hitting it with a big rock, it ain't moving, so I don't know if something broke in there or what. So I guess I'm done for today, but we just wanted to get one plot anyways. I think I'm not going to cultipack this field. It's so dry that it'll be a waste of time. It's so dry, so We're gonna run the drag, mix the seed in. We put a lot of winter wheat and 4-grain mix in here. I may throw a little brassica on top and just leave it and then hope for rain, but I'm kind of done with the tiller now anyways. So here, this is that tiny microplot on the ridge that I just tilled, and I was videotaping Curtis hand seeding it because he's got a specific method, and I hit the wrong button, so I turned the camera off when I should have turned it on. But let's see how I compact it next. So I'm just improvising and compacting it with the 4-wheeler. I've done this before in a pinch, but another reason I like this Polaris shifter, it's straight up and back. And a lot of guys are like, that don't make a difference, but like if you're plowing right now, or I'm just going back and forth, it's just really nice having it in a straight line like that. You can see it's compacting very nicely. All right, and there we go. I had Curtis hand seed this, and I turned the wrong button on the video, but just a tiny little microplot. I guarantee this will germinate. It's nice and moist and compacted now. Curtis wants to see the first couple plots that we put in up here. They're doing very well. Even for putting them in mid-August, we've got a lot of rain except for the last 2 weeks. There's one behind this brush wall. Looks beautiful. I mean, there's some weeds in there, but brassicas are doing really good. And then this one over here, pretty good considering it was pretty hasty. Just need more rain now. So this is kind of what most of the beans look like. There's a lot of thicker spots though, so they're eating off right at the top. But look, I mean, there are pods here. You know, this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish, 6 pods on it. And then we're overtaken by weeds, but it might work to our benefit because in the weeds, the beans are bigger and the weeds help keep shade in there. So the deer can't find them as easy in all these weeds. So we may yet have late season beans. I mean, these are going to start browning up soon. We put the longest maturity so they'll stay green as long as possible. So I don't know how much longer they got left, but I mean, you can see there are beans. I mean, yeah, it ain't like a great farming bean field, but it might have late season food. I mean, you can see all them right there. We'll see. Time will tell.